I welcome you to my channel. Subscribe and listen to my new stories every day. It's a chilly Friday evening, the kind that hints at an early winter, and I'm on my way home, 2 days ahead of schedule. The new job at Lenton Corp came with surprises right out of the gate, including a business trip to oversee a project in Phoenix, a task my boss, Mr. Clarkson, had personally assigned me. Eager to make a good impression, I accepted without hesitation. However, the project wrapped up quicker than anticipated, giving me the perfect opportunity to surprise my wife, Mealy. The drive home is smooth, my mind buzzing with plans on how to spend the weekend together. I imagine Mealy's face lighting up when she sees me. It's been only a few days, but the absence feels longer. I park the car in the driveway and grab my bag from the back seat, my steps quick with anticipation. As I unlock the front door, a strange silence greets me. Typically, Mealy would be in the kitchen, humming along to her favorite tunes. But tonight, something feels off. The living room is dimly lit with candles, and there's a romantic setup that I hadn't prepared. A glass of red wine sits on the coffee table, next to a scattering of rose petals. "Babe, you here?" I call out, my voice echoing slightly in the quiet house. There's no answer, just the soft crackle of a record player somewhere in the back. My heart starts to race, not with excitement, but a growing sense of dread. I head towards our bedroom, the wooden floorboards creaking underfoot. As I reach the door, I hear the faint sound of movement from inside. "Mealy?" I knock sharply, my hand forming into a fist. "Open up." Again, no response. My mind races with possibilities, none of them good. I press my ear against the door, and that's when I hear it, a crack, like the sound of wood splintering under pressure. It's coming from the direction of the window. Fueled by a mix of fear and fury, I shoulder the door open. The scene before me stops me cold. The room is in disarray, the bed sheets a tangled mess. Mealy stands by the window, her face pale, her eyes wide with shock. "Who was here?" My voice is a low growl, barely recognizable to my own ears. "It's not what you think," she starts, but I don't let her finish. I rush to the window just in time to see a figure scaling down our fire escape. All I catch is a glimpse of his back and those ridiculous pink underpants with hearts on them. It doesn't take long for me to put two and two together. Those underpants, a joke gift I had bought for Mr. Clarkson last Christmas during the office Secret Santa. The realization hits like a punch to the gut. My boss. My wife. My world, spinning out of control. "Mealy, how could you?" The words come out strangled, a mix of disbelief and anger. "I'm sorry, I never meant for you to find out this way." Her voice breaks, tears streaming down her face. I don't hear her apologies, the rage inside me drowns out everything else. My mind races, already plotting. This betrayal won't go unanswered. Mr. Clarkson, Mealy, they'll both regret the day they chose to deceive me. With my marriage in shambles and my heart shattered, I storm out, leaving behind the life I once knew. This isn't just the end of a marriage, it's the beginning of my quest for retribution. As I drive away, the night closes in around me, my thoughts as dark as the sky above. Revenge isn't just a desire, it's a necessity. The morning after the discovery is grim and overcast, mirroring the storm brewing within me. I've driven aimlessly through the night, my mind a whirlwind of betrayal and plans of retribution. As dawn breaks, I find myself parked outside an old friend's house, someone I can trust with the turmoil that's threatening to consume me. I haven't seen Max in months, but he's the kind of friend who knows when trouble looms without a word being said. I ring the doorbell, my resolve stealing with each chime. Max opens the door, his brow furrowing when he sees the state I'm in. "Jesus, what happened to you?" I step inside, the warmth of the house stark against the coldness in my bones. "I need your help," I begin, my voice hoarse from the sleepless night. "Mealy cheated on me, with Clarkson." Max's expression hardens, a mix of anger and disbelief. Clarkson. Your boss. That's slimy. Yes, I cut in, my fist clenching involuntarily. I saw it with my own eyes. I need to make them pay, Max. I can't let them get away with this. We sit down in his living room, a silent agreement forming between us. Max has always been the strategic type, and right now, I need his cunning more than ever. What's your plan? He asks, his tone serious. I don't know yet, I admit, the weight of the situation pressing down on me. But I want it to hurt. I want Clarkson to regret ever crossing me. And Mealy. I want her to realize she lost more than she bargained for. Max nods, his mind already ticking through possibilities. All right. Let's start with Clarkson. You still have access to your office and emails, right? I nod, a plan beginning to take shape. Yeah, I do. Good. We'll dig up whatever dirt we can on him. There has to be something, financial discrepancies, shady dealings. Anything that can put him in a tight spot. As for Mealy, think about what she values most. We can start there. The conversation turns to details, schemes forming with each word exchanged. It feels cold, calculated, and necessary. Revenge is no longer a simple desire, it's a path I'm compelled to follow. As we plot, my phone buzzes incessantly with missed calls and messages from Mealy. I ignore them all. She's part of a past I'm ready to burn down in my quest for justice. Max places a hand on my shoulder, a silent show of support. We'll make them pay, don't worry. I look up, my resolve hardening. I know. And I won't rest until they do. The air in my office feels thick, almost suffocating, as I log into my computer. It's my first day back since the discovery, and every corner of this place holds a whisper of betrayal. Max sits across from me, his laptop open, eyes sharp with focus. Today, we dig deep into Clarkson's professional life, searching for the leverage I need to dismantle his facade. I've got access to the financial reports for the past 2 years, I whisper, careful not to draw attention from the few early birds scattered around the office. Let's see if Mr. Perfect Boss has any skeletons in his closet. Max nods, his fingers flying over the keyboard. I'm going to try and breach his emails. There's bound to be something incriminating in there. The clock ticks away as we comb through files and communications, the digital trail a maze of transactions and corporate speak. Just as frustration begins to set in, Max's eyes light up. Got something here, he mutters, turning his laptop towards me. It's an email chain between Clarkson and a known shady supplier, discussing kickbacks for favoring their products in our projects. This is gold, I hiss, feeling a surge of adrenaline. If we leak this to the right people. Max's grin is predatory. He'll be finished. But we need to be smart about how we release it. An anonymous tip to the corporate compliance hotline might just do the trick. We plan the drop meticulously, ensuring that our digital fingerprints are wiped clean from the submission. As Max sets up the final steps of our plan, my phone vibrates with a text from Mealy. Her pleas for a conversation echo hollow against the backdrop of my revenge plot. I turn the phone face down, my resolve stealing further. Just then, a knock on my office door jolts us. It's Janice, Clarkson's assistant. He wants to see you in his office, ASAP. My heart thumps with a mixture of fear and anticipation. Okay, thanks. As I make my way to Clarkson's office, I steel myself for confrontation. The door swings open, and there he is, sitting behind his massive oak desk, all smiles and corporate charm. Ah, the prodigal employee returns, he says, his voice smooth. How was the trip? Heard you came back early. I fight to keep my composure. It was informative. I learned a lot. His smile falters slightly, and I know he senses the underlying tension. Good, good. Well, I wanted to discuss your future here at Lenton Corporation. I see big things for you. The irony of his words isn't lost on me. I appreciate that, sir. He leans forward, his eyes searching mine. You know, trust is a funny thing. It's hard to build but easy to destroy. I hope I can always trust you, just as you can trust me. The threat behind his words is clear, but I maintain a cool exterior. Absolutely, Mr. Clarkson. As I leave his office, the weight of our unspoken knowledge hangs heavy between us. But I'm no longer the man who walked into this building unknowing and unsuspecting. I'm a man on a mission, fueled by betrayal and a burning need for revenge. Back in my office, Max gives me a thumbs up. It's done. The tip's been sent. I nod, a grim satisfaction settling in. Now, we wait. The web of deceit tightens, our plans set in motion. Clarkson's downfall is imminent, and with each passing moment, my revenge draws closer. The storm I've unleashed is just beginning, and I am ready for the havoc it will bring. The atmosphere at Lenton Corp has become electric, the air charged with whispers and wary glances. It's been 2 weeks since Max and I dropped the anonymous tip, and the fallout has been monumental. The board of directors has launched a full-scale investigation into Clarkson's dealings, and he's been placed on administrative leave. His pristine reputation is unraveling, thread by damning thread. Today, I stride into the office with a singular purpose. Today, I confront Mealy for the last time. The divorce papers are ready in my briefcase, a final signature away from severing what was once a sacred bond. I find her at the cafe where we first met, a place that now tastes of betrayal. Mealy sits alone at our usual table, her eyes red-rimmed, her posture defeated. As I approach, her gaze lifts, and there's a flicker of hope, a hope I'm about to extinguish. "Have you come to gloat?" she asks, her voice barely a whisper. "No," I say, sliding the papers across the table. "I've come to end this." She scans the documents, her hands trembling. "Is there no chance for us? No room for forgiveness? The Mealy I loved wouldn't have done what you did. That Mealy is a stranger to me now." My words are ice, final and sharp. Tears spill down her cheeks as she signs the papers, the pen scratching loudly in the quiet cafe. "I'm so sorry," she murmurs. Sorry doesn't change what happened. I take the papers and stand, ready to leave the past, and her, behind. As I walk away, my phone buzzes. It's Max, with news that the final piece of my plan is in motion. Tonight, Clarkson's darkest secrets will be leaked to the media. With his career and reputation destroyed, my revenge will be complete. Later that evening, I watch from a shadowed street corner as Clarkson leaves his luxurious penthouse. His steps are hurried, his shoulders hunched under the weight of his crumbling world. I follow silently, every step charged with the thrill of impending justice. Clarkson stops at a secluded park, likely seeking a moment of peace away from his imploding life. I step out of the shadows, confronting him face to face for the first time since the scandal broke. "You," he gasps, his face pale. "You did this to me." "I only gave you what you deserved," I reply, my voice steady. "You took everything from me, my wife, my trust. Now, I've taken everything from you." His eyes blaze with fury and fear. "You think you've won? You're nothing without your revenge. You'll see, this will eat you up inside." "Maybe," I admit, feeling the weight of his words. "But seeing you lose everything is worth it." Without another word, I turn and leave him there, alone and defeated. The cold night air feels sharp as I walk away, the echoes of our final confrontation ringing in my ears. In the end, my revenge does not bring peace, only a hollow victory. Mealy and Clarkson, once central figures in my life, are now nothing more than painful memories. As I move forward, I realize that my path is one of solitude, but I accept it with a hardened heart. Betrayal has taught me the harshest of lessons, and from these ashes, I will rebuild, alone and untrusting, forever changed by the fires of deceit.